And breaking news coming in at this hour on SEBI giving a clean chit to the Adani Group in the Hindenburg case. BJP national spokesperson Shehzad Poonawala has trained guns at the opposition, especially the Congress party, asking them to apologize as they use the Hindenburg report to hurt India's economic interests. That's the charge being levelled by the BJP against the Congress party and the opposition in particular. Take a look at what the reaction is coming in from the BJP.
Today, truth has prevailed once again. It is unfortunate that certain economic anarchists, economic terrorists, and economic sleeper cell within India use the Hindenburg report in order to create economic instability, turmoil within the country, and harm our economic interests. And that too at the loss of thousands of crores of the Indian investors. This is not the first body blow this entire cabal has faced. In fact, the Supreme Court also dismissed the baseless allegations of Hindenburg, upheld the integrity of SEBI, and said that those who are profiteered by creating economic losses for Indian investors should be investigated.
In a big relief and vindication for the Adani Group, markets regulator SEBI has dismissed allegations levelled by US short seller Hindenburg Research. The regulator has cleared Adani Group chairman Gautam Adani and the group's companies including Adani Enterprises, Adani Ports and Adani Power of any wrongdoing. Remember, in January 2023, Hindenburg Research had alleged the group had used 3 companies to route money between Adani Group firms, laying out its conclusion in 2 orders. SEBI has said that there were no violations. The Adani Group has consistently rubbished the allegations made by the short seller, whose founder Nate Anderson had announced in January that it would be disbanded, but now the clean chit that comes in has been hailed by the Adani Group, saying that people who have heard the sentiments of the nation should now offer an apology. Take a look at what senior advocate Mahesh Jethmalani had to say about this SEBI report.
The Supreme Court had only left one outstanding investigation, which SEBI said they were still investigating, and that was whether there were any related third-party transactions. You remember that people said that, companies of the Adani Group had been funded through conduit companies, and there were related party transactions. That's been definitively now laid to rest. So the Adanis stand completely vindicated. There's no stain on them whatsoever. And on the other hand, the shoe is on the other foot, because I think Hindenburg and those who brokered this entire transaction need to be examined. But, vested interests in this country always find something to bandy about, either for publicity or for blackmail or for short selling, right? So you can never put it up. That's part of being an open market economy. But the remedy is to go after those who make the false allegations. I mean, there's been a lot of investor loss in this company. There's an attempt to undermine our stock markets. This wasn't just an Adani hit. Indirectly, it was an attack both on investors and the stock market generally, and therefore the health of the Indian economy. That was the whole game, and that's pernicious, and that should be investigated.
And more breaking news coming in at this hour. Tamil Nadu Congress leader's controversial remark against BJP MP Kangana Ranaut. Congress leader was heard saying Kangana should be slapped. Believe it or not, that's what the reaction is coming in from Tamil Nadu. Former Tamil Nadu Congress chief K.S. Alagiri, who said that if Kangana Ranaut visits Tamil Nadu, she should be slapped. However, the BJP has sharply responded to it, saying that the Congress leader must apologize. Take a look at the reactions coming in first of K.S. Alagiri, what he said, then followed by Kangana Ranaut, how she reacted to the insult, and then the BJP reacting to it.
Ten or 15 agriculturists came to me and reported that Kangana Ranaut, once she told to the press regarding the agricultural women, they are working in the lands. One of the media invited them to garland them, to praise them and give some certificate that they are the revolutionary ladies even though they are working in the fields, they are very prompt, they are very brave, and they are capable to achieve everything. So in that way, they praised those ladies. One reporter asked Kangana Rawat about this. She immediately replied, they have come here only for 100 rupees. If we give 100 rupees, they can come anywhere. In that way, they are coming here. They have coming here. In that way, she replied.
हमारे भारत में जो है हम कहीं भी जाएंगे, कोई हमें रोक नहीं सकता। और चाहे जिसे कहते हैं ना कि अगर नफरत करने वाले कुछ है तो प्यार करने वाले उससे। तमिलनाडु में मैंने डॉक्टर जे ललिता का जो किरदार निभाया है, आप मानेंगे नहीं, हमारे ऑपोजिशन के जो एमपीज हैं जो वहां पे बैठे होते हैं, हम उस दिन वोटिंग कर रहे थे तो एक लिस्ट में लाइन लगी थी, लाइन से जाते हुए 3-4 लोग मुझे तलैवी कहते हुए गए। तो इतना प्यार मुझे करते हैं, तो ऐसा इसकी कोई बात नहीं है। किसी एक व्यक्ति की कुछ कहने से क्या फर्क पड़ता है,
इस तरह की महिला के लिए
ये बहुत है। और आई थिंक महिलाओं की जो डिग्निटी है, इंटेग्रिटी है, उसका एक ऐसे हर आए दिन चित्रे उड़ाना, मजाक उड़ाना, उनको ऐसे कहना, तो कहीं ना कहीं एक आम साधारण लड़कों को भी लगता है कि हम भी अपने कॉलेज की किसी मेट को या मोहल्ले की किसी बेटी को या बहन को इस तरह से ट्रीट कर सकते हैं। तो ये ठीक नहीं है। आई थिंक महिलाओं के बारे में ऐसे अभद्र भाषा।
Yes, Adagiri is a very senior, a politician, and also, if I am right, a Rajya Sabha member, also parliamentarian, and also, a legislative member. He has been a president of Congress. But a senior person like him, talking like this, creating, instigating violence, or talking ill about a woman, I think they are happy to talk about a woman. In fact, I should not say this, but I have to say this. Why, I don't understand. Why should they feel that, to talk about Kangana Ranawat, they are feeling, how the body language was when he said this. This is absurd. A man like him, a matured person, a senior leader, I think he should have avoided all these things. Better let him apologize for what he has said.
Now, Congress leader K.S. Alagiri triggered controversy after saying that actor and BJP MP Kangana Ranaut should be slapped if she visited Tamil Nadu. Alagiri, who is a former Tamil Nadu Congress president, said he was reacting to complaints from farmers who were upset with Ranaut's past comments. With that, we also have on our broadcast Sam Daniel from Chennai. Thank you so much, Sam, for joining us at this hour. Do tell us about the exact context in which Congress leader made this remark.
Well, this was during a press conference at his hometown in Kadalur district when he was explaining about a political development, the Congress trying to get more seats and to get share in power of the DMK wins again. And one specific question was put to him on Kangana Ranaut's comments that had led to a situation in the past that she was beaten up. And responding to that particular question, that the recent comments by her that women, if given 100 rupees, they would be willing to come and display their strength as tough as women in the farming community are. It was in that context he referred to that incident, that she was once beaten up by a cop when she was going to an airport, and like that, if she comes here to Chennai and into Tamil Nadu, she has to be slapped. Although it was told on a lighter note, it has not gone well. A leader, a former lawmaker, many say, should not have spoken that way, in a sense, promoting people taking law into their own hands and promoting this kind of culture.
Absolutely.
But he has not responded after that, but certainly it was in this context that he had made those comments yesterday at his hometown.
Right. Thank you so much, Sam, for giving us that reaction. However, the BJP is going after the Congress party, demanding an apology from the Congress leader. Shifting our focus now to the biggest story of the day. Rahul Gandhi has dropped what he calls a hydrogen bomb, accusing the Election Commission of shielding vote thieves and alleging mass deletion of voters' names in Congress strongholds. He says 18 letters over 18 months have been ignored and the Chief Election Commissioner himself is protecting those behind this fraud. The Election Commission has hit back, calling Rahul Gandhi's claims baseless, incorrect and misleading. The BJP has gone a step further, mocking the charges as political theatrics, accusing Rahul Gandhi of trying to shake faith in India's democratic process. Listen in to the reactions coming in.
The filing was done automatically using software. We will show you that. Mobile numbers from outside Karnataka, from different states, and you can see on the map, from different states were used to delete numbers in Aland. And it was done targeting Congress voters. So this was not random. We will show you again that these deletions were specifically targeting booths where the Congress party was winning.
अभी ये राहुल बाबा यात्रा कर गए ना भाई। यात्रा का विषय क्या था उनका बताओ तो जरा। अरे यार वोट चोरी नहीं था, यात्रा का विषय था जो बांग्लादेश से घुसपैठिए आए हैं उनको बचाने का विषय था। यहां इतने सारे लोग हैं, आप किसी का वोट कटा है क्या? अरे जोर से बोलो, कटा है क्या? ये राहुल गांधी की यात्रा घुसपैठिया बचाओ यात्रा थी।
देश सत्ते में था कि अब कौन सा बम राहुल गांधी फोड़ने वाले हैं, लेकिन ये तो ऐसा बम था कि जिसमें कोई आवाज ही नहीं थी, फुसा बम था, फुस बम था, इसमें कुछ नहीं था। मैं ये मानता हूँ कि इस प्रकार से रोज झूठ बोलकर वे भारत के संविधान का अपमान करते, भारत के संविधान ने जो न्यायालय तैयार किया उस न्यायालय का अपमान करते, भारत के संविधान ने इलेक्शन कमीशन जैसी संस्था तैयार की उसका अपमान करते और एक प्रकार से पूरे संवैधानिक ढांचे का अपमान ये राहुल गांधी कर रहे हैं।
Rahul Gandhi has just held a press conference again about electoral fraud. He's spoken about Aland constituency where votes have been deleted, and he says that the CID has been writing to the election commission time and again but hasn't got a response. What would you like to say about this?
Of course, Aland constituency, I have also made a very thorough check on it. The election commission is not cooperating in it. They have to give the data. We will go for a big this one. How can they delete such a big number? We were very alert on the system. Somehow we could stop a very big number. Otherwise, the prospects of our party would have been changed. Now also they have done a lot of issues, and the Central Election Commission is not cooperating to give data.
Shifting our focus to Karnataka now, where the government is all set to take out and conduct its caste survey from September 22. But not all is well within the Congress party, as today during the cabinet meet, many of Siddaramaya's ministers have put out a front that they are not happy with the way the survey is being conducted. The addition of caste in the survey became a big bone of contention. Many ministers objected to the Christian subcategories mentioned in the survey, forms like Kuruba Christian, Lingayat Christian, Vokaliga Christian and others. However, Karnataka Chief Minister was quite irked with the ministers and then instructed a group of ministers to hold a separate meeting and compile the concerns and then bring it to him. Meanwhile, Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar has also clarified on the caste survey, saying that the Karnataka government or the Congress party doesn't want to divide the society on the basis of caste, and this survey is only to ensure that fair division of categories within the castes are done and the quota is provided on the fair manner. Take a look at what he had to say.
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಆಗಲಿ ನಾವು ಜನನ ಸಮಾಜನ ಯಾರನ್ನು ಭಾಗ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವರ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಗಳನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆ. ನೂರಾರು ಸಮುದಾಯದವರು ಬಂದು ನಾವು ಇಂಥ ಸಮುದಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ದು ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾದಂಥ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವರು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೇನೂ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವು ಅನೇಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಕೆಲವು ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆಗಳನ್ನ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಕ್ಷೇಪಣೆಗಳನ್ನ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರು ಕೂಡ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನ್ಯಾಯವನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದಲೇ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಮೀಕ್ಷೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈ ವಿಚಾರನ ನಾವು ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತಿಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಗೇನು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾವು ಮೇಜರ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್. ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ನನಗೇನು ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Well, now the Karnataka government, of course, is all set to, go ahead with the socio-economic survey, broadly known as the caste census, or referred to as the caste census by many people in the state of Karnataka, including some politicians themselves. This is going to begin from the 22nd of September. But it seems like there's a lot of opposition that's coming once again to this particular caste survey as well, and that too from within the Congress cabinet. Now, this has really put a shadow of doubt as to whether this will actually now begin on the 22nd. Now, in the cabinet meeting that was held, it was a stormy one. Firstly, multiple ministers have raised concerns over how this survey is going to be conducted. Some of the subcastes and the categories which have been mentioned in the survey form, which people have to fill up, some of the options that have been given, especially categorization of Christians as Vokaliga Christians, Lingayat Christians, Kuruba Christians, Ediga Christians, or many communities from which they actually converted. This is something that many of the Congress ministers believe shouldn't be there in the caste census, among various other changes that they want. So right now, of course, as far as the chief minister is concerned, he was not very happy with some of the opposition that came in, because there has been a lot of pressure, especially from the lower caste, to ensure that there is this survey that is conducted as soon as possible. But the first survey that he had, of course, initiated in 2015, that didn't see the light of the day. Now the roadblocks once again coming for this survey as well is not making him too happy. He has asked for ministers to sit together, brainstorm, come up with a solution, and also look at what are the concerns that they collectively have. We'll really have to see after this what sort of a decision will be taken by the Karnataka government.
On that note, we're slipping into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Keep watching NDTV. And starting some news that is coming in from the entertainment industry. Deepika Padukone, who headlined the sci-fi blockbuster Kalki 2898 AD, will not return for its sequel. This comes soon after she exited Spirit with Prabhas, speaking and sparking questions across the industry. Is it just a matter of dates and commitments, or is Bollywood's biggest star walking away from mega projects to prioritize family after motherhood? Filmmakers say it's about professionalism. Fans call it unfair pressure. Take a look at our report on why filmmakers dropped Deepika Padukone from the sequel of Kalki.
एक जान के अंदर दूसरी जान.
It was one of the biggest films of 2024, Kalki 2898 AD. A star-studded spectacle featuring Prabhas, Amitabh Bachchan, Kamal Hassan and Deepika Padukone. But as the sequel plans take shape, there's one name missing, Deepika Padukone. The actress has now been dropped from the sequel after her team made certain demands that didn't sit well with the film's producers. In an ex-post, Vijayanti Movies said they have parted ways with the actor as they were unable to find a partnership for a film that deserves that commitment and much more. Sources told NDTV that Deepika's team demanded a 25% hike in her fee and 5-star accommodations for a 25-member crew accompanying her. Producers reportedly felt that the revised terms were too steep and unsustainable, especially after already managing massive budgets for the first film. There's also the matter of Deepika's personal priorities. The actress recently welcomed her first child with Ranveer Singh. In an earlier interview, Deepika said that she now prefers strict 8-hour work days as she balances acting with motherhood. While this is entirely understandable, the makers of Kalki 2898 AD apparently found it difficult to accommodate such scheduling restrictions, especially for a film packed with VFX, action and tight timelines. Sources say the decision to part ways was mutual, with both sides realizing that the fit wasn't ideal for the sequel's scale. Kalki 2898 AD has already become a franchise to watch.
Record check kar lo.
But for the sequel, fans may see a new female lead step in. This is the second big film loss for Deepika this year, as she lost Prabhas' starer Spirit over differences with the filmmaker Sandeep Reddy Vanga. As for Deepika, she continues to focus on motherhood and will next be seen in Singham Again and other major projects. With Sejal Gupta, NDTV Bureau Report.
It is not okay to crack a joke on Donald Trump. Well, that's exactly what has happened in the United States. ABC has pulled late-night host Jimmy Kimmel off air indefinitely for his comments over shooting of right-wing influencer Charlie Kirk. The network, which Disney owns, announced on Wednesday night that it would remove Kimmel's show from its schedule for the foreseeable future. Donald Trump later called this move great news for America and congratulated ABC for its courage in a social media post. Take a look at our report.
American comedian Jimmy Kimmel has become the latest victim of cancel culture. Why? Because he accused MAGA of capitalizing on the assassination of right-wing influencer Charlie Kirk. The ABC network has now suspended Kimmel's late-night show. President Donald Trump quickly applauded the move, calling it great news for America and praised ABC for showing courage.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
The backlash was swift. Kimmel's monologue criticizing Republican reactions sparked outrage across Trump's base. Just hours later, ABC, owned by Disney, pulled the plug, following threats from FCC chairman Brendan Carr to take action against the network. Trump has long pushed broadcasters to silence voices critical of him. His influence is now being felt yet again. Just weeks ago, CBS cancelled The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, officially citing financial reasons. Yet many see this as a move to curry favor with the White House. It seems Charlie Kirk wasn't a fan of Kimmel either, as old comments from 2017 surfaced, where the right-wing influencer said Jimmy Kimmel isn't funny. No one is safe in the US, with Trump also going after Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers, calling them total losers and suggesting their shows be cancelled. Now, many are asking, is this the end of late-night satire in America? Disha Bagchi for NDTV.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel was fired because he had bad ratings more than anything else, and he said a horrible thing about a great gentleman known as Charlie Kirk. And Jimmy Kimmel is not a talented person. He had very bad ratings, and they should have fired him a long time ago. So, you can call that free speech or not. He was fired for lack of talent.
NDTV's Yuva Mumbai edition will be held this Saturday. It's more than a youth conclave. It's a great platform where you get to see change makers, next-gen icons, all on one stage. Here's a sneak peek.
Dreamers, doers and disruptors. The stage where the future meets the present, where the voices of tomorrow speak. NDTV Yuva returns with another power-packed edition. The biggest names in politics, Smriti Irani, KT Ramarao, Supriya Sule, Milind Deora will speak on the politics of young India. The next-gen icons of entertainment and cinema script the new mantra for creative success. Riya Chakravarti is set to talk about her story in her voice on her next chapter. A musical session by Arman Malik will be the event's grand finale. One stage, infinite possibilities. NDTV Yuva 2025, Mumbai chapter, this Saturday. Don't miss it.
Taking a quick break on that note, don't go anywhere, keep watching NDTV, we have more news lined up.